Hello, my dear ladies and gentlemen. How delightful. It is such a pleasure to see you again. I am so happy I have made your acquaintance. Now that greeting wasn't as quick as most of my greetings, but I embellished it intentionally. It just fits better with today's topic. The title of this video tutorial is Menopause is not a quick fix phenomenon. We live in a time of quick fixes. We expect things to happen with the push of a button. The general mentality of society is, give me the shortcut for getting what I want. It's as if attention deficit disorder has become the norm. Attention spans have become so short that people can't focus on anything for more than a few minutes. Doing things step by step in an orderly manner is largely a thing of the past. Nowadays, people expect to get an answer without ever having to figure out anything on their own. Segments on news shows are but about 3 minutes for topics that deserve 30 minutes. It's as if the entertainment aspect of the segment is really more important than the information itself. And have you noticed how much stimulation there is on TV screens? There is so much happening on the screen that it's easy to get distracted while watching any kind of show. Even though there may be a very high-level expert delivering information on a very important subject, there are lights, colors, other people moving around him or her, all kinds of stuff happening. It's as if people need stimulation overload in order to stay tuned into what even an expert is saying. The words aren't enough. There has to be busyness. Another byproduct of our quick fix society is the soundbite. Instead of getting a whole concept or the whole story, you get sound bites. These are short, isolated, quick, gimmicky phrases. They're a way of communicating in single sentences only. And while they may capture the gist of the matter, they do not do justice to the matter. Much of the time, they are statements that simply can't really stand alone. And since so much of what you hear about menopause is reduced to sound bites, I thought it would be important to give you a video that addresses how inadequate that is. After all, we're in the middle of a unit on the problems, principles, and powers for success in managing your menopause. And this quick fix idea is a problem. So if you live in today's world, and you do, you'll benefit greatly by watching this video and learning what I have to teach you. And if you're a person who likes quick fixes, you definitely need to watch this video. You don't need the book for this, but I do recommend that you take a look at some of the comments in the various comment boxes for my videos after you've watched this video. And that's because some of those comments and questions induced me to make this video. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you probably know that I respond to every comment on YouTube every single day. My goal is to be available to help you. And if you look at my answers to questions, you'll see that I tend to write a lot. Again, my goal is to help you. So anytime a question is one for which I can give a thorough, factual answer, I write as much as it takes to do so. But oftentimes, I get questions that beg for a quick fix. And there is no way to provide one. You see a lot of quick fixes advertised in television commercials. The most common are quick ways to lose weight. Without any information whatsoever about why a person gained weight, or why they haven't succeeded in losing it already, or how they live, or what they eat, these commercials promise rapid weight loss or your money back. They guarantee loss of massive amounts of weight in the very first week. It sounds like magic. And the more magical it sounds, the more people buy it. So there's something very strange and intoxicating about this quick fix mentality. But you know, I'd like to contact some of those people who claim to have lost such large quantities of weight in such short periods of time and follow them to see how well they keep the weight off after they stop paying the weight loss company. I'd like to know if the quick fix was a long-term fix. Did it provide them with the tools they need to learn how to adopt a diet and lifestyle habit that served them over the long term? My hunch is that because it was a quick fix, it was probably only a temporary solution. And weight control is a long-term issue, not a short one. So I want to talk about quick fixes for managing your menopause. And since the default mindset of our times is one of quick fixes, let's address the misconceptions that result from that quick fix mentality. The first quick fix misconception about menopause is that it's just a temporary transition that lasts a couple of years. If this is your impression and you try to impose a quick fix to get you through the transition, you'll be in for a lot of big surprises. Your menopausal life is going to last for the rest of your life. It's not a blip in time. It's not just a hump you have to get over during the transition. It's a permanent state that will remain until the day you die. If you don't address it for what it is, you'll miss the boat on a lot of the most important things about menopause. It's a lot like dieting. You can't expect a temporary bout of dieting to substitute for permanent good dietary and lifestyle habits. Doing something over the short term and expecting it to serve you well over the long term is just illogical. It sounds like magic. And if it sounds like magic, it isn't realistic. The second quick fix misconception about menopause is that you should just copy what someone else does for her menopause. It may be your mother, your sister, your friend, some celebrity, whomever. I call this the copycat quick fix. Copying someone or doing what some non-expert tells you to do for managing your menopause is as illogical as the blind leading the blind. Was there ever a situation in your young life when you did something to emulate your friend that your parents thought was ridiculous? Did your mom or dad respond with, "Well, if Susie jumps out of a moving vehicle, are you going to do that too?" Or something along those lines? Well, if you copy what someone else does for her menopause, I'll ask you a question similar to what your parents asked you. If Susie chooses options that are only right for Susie, are you going to do that too? You can't get a quick fix for your menopause by copying someone else. You're unique. You have to do what's right for you. And there is nothing that's right for everyone. Quick fix misconception about menopause number 3 is assuming that you can make up for lack of preparation by learning a tidbit or two. Women who watch my videos or read my book or watch the webinars are shocked at how much there is to know about menopause. They all say they had no idea that there was so much more to it than just some hot flashes. And when they learn about the diseases that result from loss of estrogen, they can't believe that no one has ever taught them that stuff. Learning a tidbit or two about menopause does not equip you with the tools to manage it in a way that will serve you in the long term. It's not that you can't make up for a delay in getting the education. You can. All the women watching my videos, reading my book, or scheduling consultations with me who are already dealing with the symptoms of menopause are making up for their delay in getting the education. But they are diligently making time to get the education. Many of them reserve time on Tuesdays to see my videos as they air. They have bought my book and read it. They pose questions in the comment box that build on what they've already learned. And they use every little bit of new information to further refine their menopause management. Of course, the best thing would be for all women to get this education before they even need it. I mean, can you imagine how different your life and the lives of all women would be if they all got this education in advance? That's my dream. The fourth quick fix misconception about menopause is that you can find a fast solution by exhibiting desperation. This is when a woman writes in a comment depicting all her severe symptoms and includes a plea like, "Help! Tell me what to do." This one always makes me feel so useless. And that's because, in case you haven't noticed, I don't tell you what to do. Telling you what to do would constitute substituting my own judgment for yours. I teach, I don't tell. Teaching is a whole lot more powerful. It arms you with the knowledge so that you can make your own decisions. Telling you what to do is like giving you an order. Telling you what to do ignores your preferences, priorities, and personal values. It's disrespectful. Teaching takes time. Telling you what to do doesn't. Telling you what to do is patronizing. Teaching you what you need to know in order to decide yourself is empowering. So I choose teaching over telling any day. One of the early sections in my book, in both the first and the second edition, is entitled More Than Just the Golden Rule. The Golden Rule says, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And that's fine for some things, but it's not fine for your menopause education. If I applied the Golden Rule, I'd be like everyone else on YouTube telling you what I do for my menopause and persuading you to do for your menopause what I do for mine. But that wouldn't be fair to you. You deserve to get the tools you need to do things your way. And that's what my channel is all about. So the desperate plea to tell you what to do is a quick fix myth. The fifth quick fix misconception about menopause is that you can pose a detailed personal question in a comment box and get a quick answer that serves you well. I call this the details don't matter misconception. Quite often, I get a comment here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram that depicts the woman's menopause problems. Usually, she'll include 5 or 6 details, and she wants me to give her a quick fix solution. The problem is that for each of the 5 or 6 details, there are about 5 or 6 more factors that are critical for even beginning to address the situation. And there is no way I can help her in that comment box. When I read comments like this, I tell the woman that her question requires a one-on-one consultation, because it does. If you pose a question and I tell you that you should schedule a one-on-one consultation, please schedule one. I don't respond in that matter unless it's absolutely necessary. I am not trying to drum up business for myself. I'm making sure you get the information you deserve. You've seen how much information I deliver freely. There is no one else teaching you this stuff free of charge on YouTube or anywhere else. I give you as much as I possibly can for free. But if you have a situation that requires applying the information to you personally, I'm going to tell you that. And that's precisely what I do in the one-on-one consultations. These consultations are thorough. You get more than you'd ever expect, even before the actual meeting. As soon as you schedule, I invite you to send me as much material and information about yourself as you please. You can send me your labs, you can send me mammogram results, anything you want. And then I create a document especially for you that contains all the background education as well as how it applies to you. And I incorporate all of it into the document. Most of the documents are on the order of over 30 pages. Some are up to 50 pages. And I send it to you at least 2 days before the session so that you can read it beforehand. That makes for a very productive session. So details matter, and you can't ignore them and get a quick fix. And the sixth quick fix misconception about menopause is that this education is a do-it-yourself guide so that you don't have to use any professionals. It's not. Of course, you are most definitely helping yourself by learning what you need to know about menopause. And you are most definitely making sure you get what you want for managing your menopause. But that does not mean you can do everything by yourself. Helping yourself is not the same thing as self-help. By getting this education, you will certainly know which kind of professional to pursue to meet your goals. And you will definitely discover that the professional loves the fact that you have this education from a credible source, me. They will love the fact that I'm a gynecologist, and they will love the fact that I taught you facts instead of trying to sell you something. And you will definitely accomplish tons more during your appointments with your doctor, and they'll love working with you. You'll know the terminology, you'll know how the medical system works, you'll know the various options, and your knowledge will make your doctor's job so much easier. So yes, you are helping yourself a lot by getting this education, but you will still need me to guide you, and you will still need other professionals to obtain your desired management options, whether they're hormones, medications, herbs, acupuncture, or hypnosis. The help I give you is of the educational variety, and that goes a long way in helping both you and your caregivers. So there you have it, the reasons that menopause is not a quick fix phenomenon. So here's the list of all 6 reasons. 1, menopause will last for the rest of your life. 2, you can't be a copycat and just do what someone else does. 3, you can't compensate for lack of preparation by learning a tidbit or 2. 4, you can't find a fast solution by exhibiting desperation with "Help! Tell me what to do!" 5, you can't pose a detailed personal question and get a quick answer that serves you well. 6, this education is not a do-it-yourself guide so that you can omit professionals. Okay, so now you know that this is the time to slow down, pay attention, focus on yourself, and get what you deserve. It will pay off for the rest of your life, I promise. Keep watching these videos, reading my book, viewing the webinars, and scheduling consultations at menopausetailor.me. Do whatever you need to do to succeed at managing your menopause your way. And I'll be right here to help you. Next week, I'll discuss the smorgasbord of options for managing your menopause. Until then, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see you in a week. Bye.